all of this super important that we get involved now, because we're really just one step behind some of the more insane nations of the world, like France. There was footage out this week showing people that aren't being allowed into grocery stores to get food if they haven't been vaccinated. And of course, when we see Australia, where they've been locked down, they can't, I think it's like 6 kilometers in many areas, they can't go further than 6 kilometers from their house. They've been marching, and you know, it's illegal. My understanding, it's illegal. So there's all of these police. These are some incredible footage came out this week where they just basically outnumbered the police. I don't know that they were violent, but they pushed forward and ended up breaking the line. So just incredible. Like, when was the last time you remember everybody in the world suffering the same plight, marching for the same reasons, standing for the same freedom to breathe the air? These are just incredible images that we're getting from all around the world. And of course, Australia on the front lines of this battle, where they're locking places down when there's just one case of COVID somewhere. A manhunt can erupt when one person decides to not check in when they're known to have COVID. And I think when we think about the rally we had here, and this idea that sort of came up at this rally, I know we've talked about it before, but so many of you are writing into the show all the time or calling us and saying, what am I going to do? What is my legal recourse if they force my child back into masks or if they force vaccinate us? And I just keep thinking, I don't know what we're waiting for. Why are you waiting till there's an injury? Why are we waiting till our rights are taken away? We've got to preempt that by being proactive. That is what we've got to do. And so this idea of, strike, if you have a job that you think is under siege, and I've been saying this, we are not the minority. That was my point in this speech. We're no longer the minority. If anything, we're at least 50% of this nation. And if you think about all the people that have gotten vaccinated but were hesitant or resistant but did it under duress, we've got to be the majority. Our only problem is we're not talking to each other. Can you imagine the power we have if we walk out? Can you imagine the power we have against restaurants if we don't go to them, if they force a vaccine pass or something like that? We have the power. Look at this in France. This is France. Look at these restaurants. They all decided, you know what, we're going to eat out together, but we're going to sit out in front of the restaurants that are demanding a passport, and we're going to sit and eat and enjoy ourselves here. I mean, this is the statement they're making. We're not going to go to those restaurants. We're not going to use Netflix. We're not going to use these employers that are forced vaccinating their employees or demanding vaccines in order for us to go to the establishment. So when you think of a strike, what would be powerful? There's something amazing starting to brew in Australia that is now getting into social media. Take a look at what the truckers are planning in Australia. Of a test run to see if they could get all the trucks lined up and potentially lock down the cities around Australia. So this isn't the actual event. This is truckers practicing what they want to do. And what is it they want to do? Several of them got online and talked about it. Here's what that looks like.
We've been talking to everyone around the world. Everyone around Australia. It's on. The truckies are doing it. We need you and everyone else to support, to watch this video, hand it up, and let everyone in Australia know that the truckies are going to shut down the country.
We will block all your highways, we'll block all your ports, and we'll even stop what we need to stop. There is nothing you will be able to do. You back off, these are our roads, this is our country.
What that means is you need to go shopping now, get what you can for the next week or two, load your fridge, freezers. The truckies are coming and they're going to pull this country down, and we're all going to do it together and remove the government.
When people can't get petrol, or they can't get food, or they can't get the basic necessities for 2 weeks, maybe they'll wake up.
This is our country. You and your vaccines is you can off. You are not going to mandate nothing.
Be a man in 2021, be strong, be monster. Don't fear anything.
The vets are in, the truckies are in, I'm in. I'm willing to go to jail to save my country and my children.
How much do our children matter? How much does our future matter? This is the conversations we've got to have today.